Good evening and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Egbe, and today in my kitchen we're going to be making moi-moi. And what I need for my moi-moi, the ingredients for the start of the day is the beans. And today I'm going to be using 4 pounds of beans. So each sachet of beans is 1 pound, so I'm using 4 pounds. And for the condiment to spice my beans, I'm going to be using 4 tablespoons of Knorr, this bonion Knorr over here. This is 4 tablespoons, which I'm going to be using. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of salt, and discretion can guide you here. I don't want my food too spicy, too salty, because this Knorr already contains salt in it. So if you put too much salt, your food is just going to end up being too salty. So I'm just going to be using only 1 tablespoon of salt. And for this quantity of beans that I have here, I'm going to be using these 2 big onions here and 4 bell pepper. See this 4 bell pepper here. So I'm going to be using ground pepper, 1 tablespoon of grinded pepper. Then also I'm going to put 3 sardines. You can see this tin of sardines here. I'm going to add some canola oil, and I'm going to be using half crate of eggs. And for my packaging, I'm going to be using this foil paper here. You can see this foil paper already packaged, kind of made it to look like this. And this is what I'm going to be using. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, you can see that I'm deshelling my beans there. So I'm going to show you how I deshell my beans. Very easy way, you know. And you just go ahead and put your beans with this soup spoon into your blender. So I'm just going to go ahead and add all of them into it like so. So that's about 2 soup spoons into my blender. You can put 3 or 4. It all depends on how much your blender can carry, like, you know, how powerful your blender is. Just be careful so you don't break your blender, you know, from cooking moi-moi. You end up from cooking moi-moi to break your blender. That won't be fun anymore. So just, you know, to be on the safe side, add 2 soup spoons of moi-moi beans into your blender, and just go ahead, cover it up. There's water. You can see that I took the water that I used to wash the moi-moi, like put into the moi-moi to make it softer, and I'm just going to hit that crush button about 6 times, you know. So this process is helping me deshell the beans. So it's going to break the beans into half and deshell it. So it's going to make it easy to wash your beans. Gone are the days of soaking beans till daybreak, to, you know, for it to be easy to deshell. You know, the blender has made it easy for us, and like that. So you can see. So I'm going to pour it in here like so, and now I'm going to move it to the sink and just use, you know, my strainer or my sieve to take off the excess shell. All right, let's go. Okay guys, so you can see that I already deshelled my beans. So I'm going to run, so I brought it over to the sink. I'm just running my water into the bowl. So I'm going to run as much water into it to, you know, let the beans be under and the, you know, the shaft float on top of it. And I'm just going to keep sieving it into another bowl over here. I'm going to stop. And you can see, so what I'm doing is straining it. So you can see that the shaft is just going into my sieve right there, and the beans is left under. So, and don't worry if some, you know, beans fall into it. You can just use your finger to take it out. So when I finish doing that, I'm going to go back and run some more water into it. So you can see at one take, you can see how much shaft I got out. You know, instead of waiting till daybreak to do all that crap, you know, you can just do it so quickly and get on with your business. So I'm going to go ahead and run more water into it. So I'm just going to keep doing this, and you can see there's shaft over there, so I'm going to put it over here. I'm just going to keep doing this until my beans is clear. You know, the final product is that the beans needs to be really, really clear. Okay guys, you can see that I already washed my beans, and this process took about, you know, 15 minutes, you know, and just add 5 minutes to it. 20 minutes, the the maximum you can use in washing your moi. And if you want to know this easy way, check my description below. I will leave a link to the easiest way to wash your beans, and or I will leave a card above and show you how I wash my beans, you know, if you want to learn how I wash my beans so quick, you know, and easy. So the next process of my cooking of moi is going to be the blending. Okay guys, I'm going to go ahead and blend my beans now. So I'm going to be putting about 2 soup spoons or 3 into my blender, and I'm going to also blend these 2 big onions that I showed earlier. You see that I already cut it up into sizable chunks, and also my bell pepper. So I'm going to also blend that and mix them all together. Okay guys, you can see that I already have that 2 soup spoons of beans inside my blender. So I'm going to add water into it like that, you know, from the water that is already inside my beans. And I'm just going to go ahead and cover it up, and I'm going to start with the blend button right here. I'm going to start with the blend button. And I'm going to end with the grind button. Okay guys, so basically you blend until it is smooth. You can see how mine looks like right there. So that's the consistency you want. You don't want it to be too soft. Sorry, you don't want it to be too hard. Like, you want it to be soft like that and not too watery. And so you just keep blending until you blend everything, so you can see what it looks like. So just like that, and you can touch it to make sure it is smooth, you know. So just keep adding your 2 soup spoons of beans inside your blender. Add a little water and blend away. All right guys, so I'm just adding the last set of batch of blended beans and bell pepper. So you can see that. So the next thing that I'm going to do here now is go ahead and add my pepper into this bowl right here, and I'm going to add that Knorr inside the bowl too, and I'm going to go ahead and add 1 tablespoon of my pepper, and I'm going to add it in there. So I'm just going to put a little water and mix it all together. So I'm doing this because I don't want, you know, if you pour it in like that, you might end up with a chunk of Maggi or pepper, you know, in one part of your beans, and you don't want that. So I'm just going to keep mix, and I'm going to go ahead and pour it inside my beans. So the next stage now is for me to blend, you know, mix the whole thing together. Okay guys, the next part is my canola oil. I'm going to go ahead and take about 3 soup spoons of canola oil and put it in my frying pan, or you can use any pot you have. And all I'm doing is heating this oil for about 3 minutes. I just want it to be hot before I pour it into my moi-moi. You know, that's the mixed bean that I already grinded that I'm going to use to do my moi-moi. I don't want to just pour like cold oil into it like that. So I'm going to heat this up for 3 minutes, and when it's hot enough, then I'm just going to pour it inside my moi-moi. Please don't let it be too hot, so you don't end up frying your moi-moi and turning it into a car inside the rubber. So it's just to kind of heat it up a little bit, that's all. Alright guys, you can see that I already heat up my oil for about 3 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead. You can hear the noise, you know. So what that is doing is just kind of like preheating my bean mixture, my grinded bean mixture. So I'm just gonna stir that together like so. And the next stage is to go ahead and put your egg. You know, so those egg that I boiled, you can see that I diced it up a little bit, you know, into little shapes. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour it in there and stir it together. And my sardine, I'm just gonna pour it in there too. So whatever you're planning on, you know, to put inside your moi-moi, this is the stage to put it in, you know. So if you're using canned beef, this is the time, you know, to pour it in too. So like I said, canned beef, you can use canned beef. I use sardine. You can also use fresh fish that, you know, you boil it up and, you know, break it up into little chunks and just pour it in there. So keep stirring, and the next stage is packaging in whatever you're going to package your moi-moi in and put it on the stove. So this stage now, I went ahead and put my pot that I'm going to use to cook this moi-moi on the stove, and I'm just going to preheat the water in there for about a few minutes while I'm packaging my moi-moi. Okay guys, you can see that I have my pot on the stove and I'm preheating this stove right here. So you can see what I have here. So this is like, you know, when you're serving like food in a big foil plate. So this is the cover that you use to cover the foil plate. So what I'm going to do is fold it in two and put it inside my pot. This is to put it to prevent my moi-moi from burning and hitting the bottom of the pot. So and I have another one, so I'm also going to fold it in two like that, you can see. So this is the cover of a big foil plate, so I'm going to fold it in two and put it across. So what I'm going to do is that moi-moi that I already packaged, I'm going to go ahead and just put it on top of it like that. So, and you know, remember back in Nigeria, people used to like put wood, little chunks of wood under the pot before they put their moi-moi on top of it. This is to prevent it from burning. So this is my own method of preventing my moi-moi from burning before it actually cooked. Alright, let's go. Alright guys, you can see that I already have all that foil paper and I'm using it already to wrap my moi-moi. So you can also see that I have a little storage container here. You know, if you have storage containers like this, you can also use it, you know, to cook your moi-moi, but today's video is for the foil paper. So I'm going to show you how I wrap my beans in my foil paper right now to make my moi-moi. So you go ahead and you put 2 scoops of, you know, the bean inside, and make sure you get a little egg and a little fish in there. Don't want to cheat anybody, you know. Not like some people eating many fish and somebody not getting any. So you go ahead and fold it backwards like that and fold it in and do the same thing to the other side, and you fold it in too, and you go ahead and fold it inside and inside, and you seal the bottom in. While I'm doing that part of the bottom is to make sure that, you know, the foil edges are sharp. You don't want it to puncture the rest in the pots. And you can see I'm lining it up. This is how it's going to be all lined up in my pot. You know, they're going to line up like that on top of each other. That is to help me conserve space inside my pot, because if you just put it anyhow, you won't have enough room to do your moi-moi. So I'm going to do another one so you can see. So you go ahead and open your foil paper and put the beans inside like so. And you go ahead and you wrap it in like that, out, in, out, fold it in, make sure it's secure. Don't want a whole big old mess in your pot, and you put it down like that. Easy as ABC. Not really too easy, sure, but you know, you can try. See that? And fold it in, big fold, fold it in, fold, and the bottom inside. Make sure the edges are not puncturing the rest. Alright. Okay guys, you can see I'm done wrapping my moi, so I'm going to do it all the way around like that. And by doing so, you're going to save, you know, space in your pot, so to make sure like everything goes in. So, and by the time I'm done wrapping it, putting it in the pot, so I'm just going to cover it up and let this cook for about 45 minutes to an hour, and by then my moi will be done. Alright, I will see you later. Okay guys, you can see I'm done putting the moi in my pot, so I'm going to go ahead and use this foil, which I already cut out, and just seal my pot. And while I'm doing this is to conserve the steam, and that will make my moi cook faster. So it's all sealed. Make sure you seal all the corners, and by the time you finish sealing it up, just cover your pot like that, so no heat will escape. So all the heat is like using a pressure cooker, so all the heat will just be in there cooking the moi. Okay guys, you can see it's been an hour and my moi is done. So you can actually see how it looks in the pot right now, and I'm going to head over to the table and show you the final part. Alright, let's go. Okay guys, you can see the final product of my moi, and this is a very delicious meal. You can use it to eat rice, you can use it to eat akamu, you can eat it by itself. You know, it's very nutritious. And thank you for stopping by my channel. Thank you for watching my videos. If you like this video, please hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed, please do. It's free, and please share in all social platforms: Facebook, WhatsApp, and Tango. Share with your friends and their mom. And hope you leave a comment below. Have a nice day, and God bless you. Bye bye.